Hey everybody, it's Brian. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the Interactive Brokers Trader Workstation software application. Now, I haven't really taken this software too seriously a few years ago. All I cared about was, through my courses and all that, the ability to basically automate a trade or submit an order into the TWS and leave it at that. And all I cared about was the communication. Well, since then, this application, TWS, has mushroomed into a lot more than just what I used to have access to. This thing's amazing. And any broker that may be watching this needs to really pay attention that if you want automated traders and API or algorithmic based traders, this is a standard you gotta really watch for. And they've done a pretty cool job. Back in the day, I've heard that TWS sucks. Now, I don't know if it's because it's too complicated or what. But I will say, from my point of view, it has all the needs that I want on top of a hell lot of more other things that I've never seen before. So let's go through this. First, this is the mode that I'm used to, called the classic TWS. What they've added now is this new feature here called Mosaic, and pretty well it's just a nicer snapshot of basically the markets, what you're watching, and a monitor, contracts I might be watching, positions that are open, and a few other things. So obviously, probably the one area that most people will be interested in is the charting. The charting is adequate. I haven't really played a lot with it, but it's basic enough to actually do some stuff. You can set your time periods, 1 minute bars, and you can add in some other items like trends, stuff like that. Nothing too fancy, but we see that in a variety of other videos. Types of charts, I haven't really found that yet, but I'm sure it may exist. Let's see here. Okay, it doesn't really matter. But it's pretty powerful. You can do a ad. I just saw a sale. I'm not going to go through each and every one of these. There's so much to it. Before I forget, hang on here. Boy, I'm trying to get my so new to this. Hang on here. Let me do this. See if I can close this tab. Okay. This is coming under trading. Is that it? Yeah. Launch Mosaic. That's what I'm looking. So we're back to where we were before. Right now I'm just playing around with Apple stock or an option or a future. Just playing around with it. And as I said, it's pretty good. With the Mosaic view. Now, another thing I need to hint at is you definitely, I can see the reason why people are using 4 or sometimes 8 monitors, because there's so much to look at with something like TWS. Now, my way I look at it is this piece of software can be pretty well everything outside of having a system monitor your trading, but TWS can do everything else. As crazy as that sounds, but that's why I don't put a lot of investment into automated trading development, because you have something like this that can do the job and probably is quite adequate at it. So I guess the first question is, what sucks about TWS? I'd like to know, because this is a fairly recent version. So let's talk about all these buttons here. Everything under these pull-down menus are pretty well no no different than in this ribbon, I guess you could call it. And let me show you what we have. Okay, so obviously you can do orders here, and limit order, market order, so on and so forth. Trailing stops. Not many brokers do that. You can do stop, limit, many different order types, and you have symbol and all that. So let's do a transmit. Yeah, this is to confirm everything. So suppose I'm doing a $12,000 transaction here. So what the hell? We've now bought it. As you can see, the order has gone in. I think somewhere there was an option that I could see where you can cancel. But you gotta be really careful here, because if you're playing around against a live account, and obviously you can really mess up your account if you're not careful and watching what you do. Alright, so we got this position on, I guess. Again, got our stress, demo system, test account. This is going to be some functionality we won't be able to see because it's a demo account. So let's see what we got here. So we have a stock scanner. I'm not been able to figure this out, how this works. Okay, I'm going to follow US index greater than 1, I guess. Volume greater than 1. Add a filter. Option volume, sure, price, all that stuff, cool. And I gotta look at stuff like this more and more. Okay, US options. So I've got the SPX here. It's one of the ones I'm watching, so you can see the quantity. I guess it's my previous position that was put on. Obviously I'm not doing too good here. That's okay. So let's see, maybe we can do a chart or something and see how it's doing. So yeah, it's down since I put that little dicky trade in. Pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. So we have trading tools, book trader, option trader. So you can see all these little fancy schmancy things. It's so much, it's crazy. Let me just explore the US stocks first. So I'm always using Apple as the example. See what options we get here. So we have trading tools, same as before. Do you want to trade? Order entry. So you can see the detail of your order ticket, or what you're about to submit is your order ticket. So say, I don't know, this time I'm going to buy 1 apple. Limit order, we'll just leave it at that. I don't even know what preview does. So that's what it would look like, I'd imagine. Alright, so let's do a transmit. So, okay, so you hear that beep thing as an alert saying I've put the order in. So there's the log. Okay, so let me try to see if I can cancel this or sell it. Nice thing is that with all my software that I'm going to be developing, because I'm using this piece of software to connect into my orders, and you probably hopefully have seen it, that my orders will show up in these panels. So then I can manually override any of these orders through the TWS as well. So let me just see what else we got here. We've got Apple on as a position. Okay, so there's a volatility thingamajiggy. So I'm not sure what these represent. Volatility doesn't show anything. I think that's because of the fact that I don't have access to this info, because it's a demo account. This is probably why it doesn't show up. But as you can see, I can also override this position. So if I'm going to sell it, transmit it. So apparently my alert I've sent, so I've sold these positions, and that's that. All right, so we got here, we can watch all our currencies or our futures, basically Forex, I believe. We got some pending orders, so let's say, so we've just sold it. You saw there. You can see it's very cool. It covers all the assets, which is one of the beautiful things of Interactive Brokers. So apparently my cash position now is $500,000, close. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? Let's see. So we have our scanner. We've done all that. Okay. So let me just show you how some of this other neat stuff works. So if you come under here, you can add in more buttons. You can also access disabled items as well. So I'm going to go through these one by one. So I think we've shown the order. This is the order ticket. We've gone through that. All right. So we've gone through the transmit. Are you sure you want to submit all selected orders? I'm not going to worry about that. No. Account. So here's all our account info. I think our net average, we did 2 positions, utilized P&L, liquidated P&L. Let me just expand this here. Liquidated last, realized P&L -6. Okay, so that's our account. There's our trading log, which I've already shown before. So you can see probably throughout the day, for the week, you can filter it all out. That's something I've talked about with other people. Apparently the IB does not track all the trades. So when you do automated trading, you will need a way to track all your positions within the database, because I guess thinking about it, TWS is fairly limited. Now this account info, I'm going to assume that's for the entire portfolio since day one, not like a week or a day. I hope that's at least the case. All right, so need to be aware of that too in your trader log, that you are only, looks like, if I understood correctly, it won't keep everything, just maybe the last week. So we have start time. Oh, maybe that is the case. I don't know. Which would be pretty powerful. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the book trader here. Not sure what this is. I guess we'll have to figure that out when we do the walkthrough from the other person named Ivan. Hopefully he has some knowledge in this area. Okay, option trader, very important. Because you want, or I want to get into options eventually. I think it's a very, like, how many months that'll be, but who knows. But it's similar to all the other panels. You get your trades log. I'm going to assume what's on your P&L, on your portfolio. And then this thing I haven't checked out, the strategy builder, looks kind of interesting. This is a point and click way of building out automated strategies through the API user interface. Okay, so risk navigator, this is kind of neat. This is something that's really important to me. Let's see here, it says something about the demo system displayed on best efforts. It's just going to try to do its estimate. Now, these are the things that kind of, again, I have to stress, where Interactive Brokers will not be liable for accuracy of any dividends if you are involving some of these risk assessment where it pays out dividends. Now, there's a couple other messages that you'll see where Interactive kind of support or They pretty well stress that they're not responsible for this and that, and any erroneous trades. Okay, so I'm going to look at equity only because this thing just goes on and on. From what I remember, this is your risk manager. So I think something happened here. Oh, I remember. Another thing that Interactive Brokers is really known for, because if you look at my time, which you can't see, it's midnight. So I think Interactive Brokers will reset itself at around midnight. From my understanding, it's reestablishing the data connections. And this can have an impact on your reports and whatnot, but I believe it doesn't really impact your live positions or anything. Just some of the data reporting in the panel here. So I guess we have no choice but to wait it out. Let's see what happens here. So authenticating. Oh, that's not a good sign. Okay. So let me start again. Okay. So while we're on that subject, I always pick the right times to do these videos sometimes. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So we're going to try to log in here again into TWS. Now the default is edemo, so is a username and then user demo, all lowercase, to get you in. So it's now attempting to load in the splash screen. Yeah, it's not establishing the, so it's authenticating. Well, I'm definitely not waiting it out. So I'll come back to it in another segment once we get this all cleared up. But it's good that you see, I guess, another fault of TWS when it comes down to midnight. Talk to you later, or see you in the next little video segment. Hey, we're back. Midnight has passed. We are back in business with our last panel we looked at, the risk navigator. Like I said, I'm not going to look into this, try to open up positions to showcase some of the stuff. But the real highlight is margin, liquidity, P&L, VAR, which I've highlighted in one of my meetups, expected shortfall, P&L, but I'm not going to demo this. It just takes too long to load up. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Now the alerts is kind of cool. I can put a set of conditions on here. If you don't like loud noise like sirens, be forewarned. This is going to be a big deal. So this is a panel. Let me see if I can somehow just do something here. I'm going to drag this position into, see if okay, man, let's get this working here. Okay, so when I drag that in, I can base my alert on price. So next, Apple. So I'm just gonna say if my alert goes over a certain percent, like $120, let's say, finish. This is the main panel here. I think you just activate it and there you go. So that's the alert. I don't think you can avoid that when the condition hits over $120. So that's just an example of the alert. Okay, now we get into some really cool stuff here. This is the scale trader. I have no idea what this really is. I have to play with this. But you can see pretty well it's just IB is just intense. Seems to be there's some radical drop here. I don't know when that happened. Let's transmit. Let's see what happens. Missing required fields. Visual component size. I don't know. Say 10. Okay. Okay. I think it's gotta be 1,000 or 100. Price increments of I don't know $1. Yeah, we should be able to transmit this. See what happens here. So we got an order confirmation, same order tick as before, transmit. So what's happening here? Oh, it's another one of those things we got to read about. FX Trader. Now this is really cool. This is where I'll probably spend a lot of my time initially. Positions. No different than what you pretty well get in a Wanda. Log, trades, FX, all listed here. So you can see again when you are using IB, you like I said before, you need multiple screens. This is a major panel that you would typically use. Now I have forewarned you before that if you want to automate a feature in TWS, you get this warning. So what I want to show is you bear the sole responsibility for resulting trade. Under no circumstances will IB will be liable for erroneous or accidental trades. So this is really important and crucial for people to understand that and know what they're doing before they move ahead in those kind of features. Okay, so just be aware of that. Alright, so that's the FX Trader. Now, writing options. Now, I'm not sure if this enables me to write the option that I choose. As you can see here, we have some rollover options. Again, I'm not going to go into this too much detail, but it looks like you can send out options and write them on your own if you have enough in your account to cover those. I've never seen this before, so that's really good for future use, but I'm not going to play with that. So that's really cool. Rollover options, I think we cover that. Yeah, we have. So if you have any features or options, you can automatically roll them over. Let's see, we have the chart. We've covered that, I believe. Could be in the Mosaic. So again, we have volume. I think we can add in more parameters, add a study. So I don't know what I'm really doing, to be honest. So if I want to follow regression study, linear regression or square, let's say. So no different than what you get in MetaTrader or Thinkorswim or FX Trader. You get all that built in. The charting is quite good. Okay, mutual funds. Now this one I played with. I don't know. I'm going to try ING. So this is the basket of all the ING mutual funds. Let's say. I'm going to say select all because I'm a millionaire and I can afford it. And I go okay. So yeah, there you go. But you could put those trades in for all those mutual funds if you want. But you can see fictional data not valid or not available for demo accounts. So let me just, I don't think I can delete these. Well, that sucks. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but no. Okay, it doesn't matter. So we got that. We've got market analysis, I believe. Okay, so these are the hours of the exchanges. Yay. We can manually add a trip ticker. I think we got Apple's. If we want to do, I don't know, Google. We want, I don't know, stock, whatever, right? Message center. Not sure if that goes to. If this is. That's an alert. We don't care about that. We have a full configuration. I'm not going to cover that at all. Now, we have covered Mosaic. Let's see here. Back to the other workspace. We can obviously do some very sophisticated stuff here, as I mentioned before. You do a basket trader. This one's interesting, this ISW. Where is it? Here it is. So we have all our different exchanges. Now we're trading Google. So these are all the rates on all these different exchanges. We can buy, sell. So I don't know, buy. There's our ticket order. We don't need to do that. Cancel. So on and so forth. Okay, so that's another view of the markets to look at the exchanges. If you're really into high frequency trading, you could probably do that. I should mention that we do have an API wrapper that will sit on top of the IB API. I cover that in my course. I haven't really played enough with it, but it should cover a lot of this functionality. Whatever the API from IB gives you, Interactive Brokers, you're good to go. But you can see there's so much functionality here. So if you want to track indexes, I'm not going to go through that. So we have a market scanner. Where is it? Let me just get rid of some of these buttons here. So you can see mutual funds, chart, rollover, FX trader. So let's just go and try to add in the well, let's try the market depth. Let's see. Okay, we've seen that. So I'm a beginner here, as you know. Oh, here's our market depth trader. Now this is very cool because now we get to see, which this is Google, I assume. Again, we get to see all the positions. I mean, this is really important to know if you're going to trade on a very high frequency, maybe. It's very good to have this information if you are going to arbitrage between exchanges, which I do get a lot of queries on. This is how you can do that through the API of IB. So that possibility does exist. Just wanted to show that. Let's see what else we got here. It's endless. We can rebalance our positions. Where's our rebalance? There it is. So if we have our total cash, I think we can rebalance our orders to sort of bring it back into positions based upon our risk as well. So if we have, I'm assuming a bid and ask and a position, market value, I think we can, no, I could be wrong on that. Anyways, I'm not going to be an expert here when I'm not. Alrighty, what other good discoveries can we find? Index trader we looked at, cancel, all that fun stuff. Look at this. You can actually go out and borrow stock. So if you want to be like Tim Sykes, you can do that through borrowing stock. The question is, why am I not seeing it? What was I trying to find here? Spread trader. No, I can't find it. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. It's past midnight. Alright, So, but that possibility does exist. So let's try, did I say spread? Did I take a look at Spread Trader? Here we go. I believe if you, let's say futures, so it's going to load in the futures for Google. Probably can't find the info because it's a demo account. It's just it's so much. This arm is another way of that warning I showed you earlier. I'm trying to understand this, but I'll leave it at that. I just like to explore and try to do it live. And there's so much stuff here. Oh, news event calendars. This is very useful. But the problem is it's delivered by Reuters, and it's a premium content, so you have to subscribe to it. So you use these as triggers to turn off, let's say, your trading system. If you know an event's going to come down the pipes that you are watching. Okay, so let me get rid of that one. And these are sort of things that you can get: daily lineup, economic events, corporate, IPO, daily lineup. It's endless, just endless what you can get. All right. So we have calendar, news is the same idea, and analyst research. Oh, it's another premium product. So I guess it's kind of like for lazy people. Wow, this software is just pretty impressive. There's some limitations, but as you can imagine, there's always workarounds for it. There is the watch list. This is pretty good. So if you set a watch list like I have, I can set my MATLAB system. I remember calling the AK-47 does the same sort of thing. So if I want to watch the stock, it looks like it could float. Yeah, it could float everywhere. And just watch it, I guess, in a small snapshot. Wow, it's amazing. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Wow. Quote details is more detail, obviously. Let's see here. So this is Google. Another snapshot, I guess. Okay, thank you. All right. So, what else do we have here? We've got news, we've covered that, FX Trader, event calendar, market, I don't think I even looked at. Market. Oh, yeah, these are all the exchanges. Okay. Wow. On and on and on it goes. You can see why this video is so long. There's so much to it. Okay, and then we got this little section. So we got time and sales. So let's say time and sales for Google. Mouse over. Huh. That's pretty impressive. This is tick data, I believe. There's a volume there. Size of that tick, that order. Now remember, this is after hours, so that's probably why it's not active. What else we got here under this? Fundamentals. I can barely read this. This is probably a premium. Yeah. Yeah, can't move that. Nothing to be seen there. Move along. News topics. Oh, someone assumed that's not reachable. Okay, because I'm in demo mode probably. Okay, so I think that's a good chunk of IB Interactive Brokers, but there was some other stuff, I think in the Mosaic that I saw that was quite good. Level 2, let's see if I can find that. There was some level 2 stuff that you can get. It's really powerful. I'm just blown away on this. Let's see here. Guess I still gotta worry about how this works. I could show you the level 2. But level 2 data can be seen here as well. I've shown it. Let me close out one of these positions. Say closed. Wow, I'm speechless on this piece of software. So again, in summary, I'll be able to submit my orders into it, and then from that point, let TWS to manage it. I can oversee the actual individual orders, which is really powerful. As you can see, there's also built-in charting data can be seen as well as your Forex data as well under the FX, was it FX Trader? But I showed it earlier, somewhere in here. It's very powerful. I don't know what more to say. Again, you do have a very sophisticated API to work with this as well. So if you want to do it directly in languages like C#, VB, Excel, I believe, C++, and Java, it's all possible. And they do have versions of this on both Linux and Mac. This is obviously the Windows version. As far as I could tell, the Windows version wasn't that far behind. Linux and Mac versions were not that far behind the versions of Windows. So, lengthy video, but there's just so much to this piece of software, and I'll hopefully be doing a very lengthy walkthrough of it from a guy named Ivan, who's local to me, who knows this stuff inside out. Has been trading with TWS and IB for a couple of years now, so be able to pick his head, and I actually may even have a meetup on it as well, live meetup event, webinar for this entire piece of software. Just very, very powerful, and for me, I'm pretty impressed. All right, so hopefully you're still around. Talk to you later, and congrats for sticking it out. Later.